everyone, it's me, Canadiensis. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I post new doll and toy related videos multiple times every week. And in today's video, we are going to be doing an unboxing of 10 Barbie dolls, specifically from the 2000s. I just noticed that I had about 10, I actually have more than this, but I decided to narrow this one down to specifically the early 2000s. So I believe the oldest one here is from 2003, and the most that I spent on a doll for this video I think was around $30. I mean, I bought them for my collection, not for this video. All of these dolls were acquired secondhand in some way, so make sure to check out my thrifting videos if you want to see how I found these for the good deals that I got. And yeah, let's just get started. This is kind of a different unboxing format for me, so let me know what you think. I think we're gonna start with the Birthstone Barbies just because I've been so excited for these. So this is the Birthstone Collection April Diamond doll. She was released in, I believe, 2002, but that could just be the box date. Sometimes the box date isn't exactly the year they released in, but it's close enough. And I got this doll for $25 at a toy store specifically, but like a thrifting toy store. And I love this Birthstone collection. I think I'm up to 6 now. I'll have to double check. These ones are pretty similar to the Zodiac ones, which I also really love, but I find these ones more often, I feel like, but I don't know. Anyway, let's get started. Also, if you are against unboxing dolls, hopefully by the end of this video, you'll turn around. Usually when I unbox dolls like this, just older dolls, I find issues. And I have seen already that one of the dolls has some really bad discoloration, which I believe is from something to do with the packaging. But we'll see. We will see. Okay. So she is on this cute little backing. I really like the packaging that they did for the Birthstone collection. I think it is actually really, it's really nice for people that don't want to unbox the doll, but still want to actually be able to see the doll. It lets you see the actual like dress, the face of the doll, the hair, everything really well. And you get to see it from a lot of angles, which is really nice. But this dress is so beautiful when it's out of the packaging that like, you gotta unbox these. I just prefer my dolls in general unboxed, but, and I can find them cheaper in box oftentimes, to get all of their stuff. So why would you not at that point when you get her brand new for the same price as you would get her used, you know? And sorry, I haven't unboxed one of these in a hot minute, so I'm just trying to be careful. Although I don't really need to be too mindful of the packaging because I am recycling it. So this Birthstone collection, it's just so like classic and pretty, and I cannot wait. I found all of mine secondhand. I have not even like bought one online before. I specifically get them thrifting, and just like by thrifting, I also am including antique malls and like secondhand toy stores. And I think that's kind of fun, but I think once I get towards the end, I'm going to start getting real frustrated because I'll start finding the same ones. I actually haven't really, though, mostly because I kind of thrifted the same places, so I see them. I have seen a couple of them that I haven't picked up just because at the time I decided not to for whatever reason. And I think Peridot's going to be the one that haunts me. I think that's what's going to happen. And I just think these are so cool. I think they're so cool. And one of the issues with finding them, though, is that these were often bought as, like, you know, like a keepsake or an heirloom for a specific person. So they only ever really had one, maybe two. Or if it was like a parent, they could have them for themselves and also their kids or their husband or whatever. You know, there's a few situations where you'd end up with multiple, but nobody was really collecting the full set. So it's actually, you only ever really find one, maybe two at a time. So that's been kind of a challenge for me because often I find things in lots, but you can't really buy these in lots, can you? These dolls have a gorgeous sash thingy, but unfortunately, it is not really visible in the packaging. I mean, you can see it up here, but you can't see like the true length of it, and it's such a beautiful piece. Also, by the way, if you are interested in collecting these, or if you're just like, you've never seen these before and you're just like wondering about them, there's not only the ones that I have here, there's also variants. So I don't know how many there are, but I think there might even be like blonde and brunette variants. I'm pretty confident there are skin tone variations too. So imagine trying to get like a true full set. I don't mind. I just like one of each dress. I don't really mind which version I get necessarily. If there are different versions, I might be wrong, but I think there are. I will put something on the screen if I am wrong. I don't know. Anyway, here's the little sash thingy. So look how long this thing is. And it was just kind of hidden at the bottom of the packaging. And you can see it's gotten pretty, scraggly over time, but yeah, could steam it or something. And these dolls do have, I believe it said on the back that they're Swarovski crystals. They have little Swarovski crystal necklaces. So, so pretty. Also, if you want to see these dolls close up, I will be including B-roll throughout the video as I unbox things. But at the end of the video, just so you know, I do a like close up, really in detailed look at the dolls with like perfect lighting and everything. So don't you worry, you'll get to see them. And these dolls do also have shoes, by the way. They're just not on them, but they do match the dresses, which is really nice. They're not just random generic like black shoes or something. But yeah, so gorgeous. I love the mermaid dress. I love the little glitter dots. I love the shawl, sash. Sorry. And even just the hairstyle, the makeup style is also gorgeous. And I'm pretty biased. I'm 25 years old, so these are what Barbies looked like when I was a kid specifically. And of course I'm biased. I really, really like them. These are a little bit before my time, but I mean, I was alive, but I did not really have dolls at 3 years old, not like this anyway. They also come with certificates. I just kind of set these aside because I wanted to get the doll out. And then they also do come with stands, so great. It's really cool that they come with stands. I really appreciate it. That used to be the standard for collector dolls and collector adjacent dolls, and it's not anymore for some reason. Anyway, next we're going to be unboxing the January Garnet doll. So I was saying that like during my time, I didn't have these, like these are a little bit before my time, but that's kind of not true. I did have one from the adjacent collection, which was the Zodiac collection. I have a few of these out of box, and I did have one as a kid. Not that I ever really saw that one because my mom just kind of kept her, but I had the Leo Zodiac doll and I still have her. She's gorgeous. My mom gave her to me when I moved out into my first house, but she said I am not permitted to open her. And I'm listening. I'm being good. So, but what do you think? So my thought was, okay, I'm going to buy another one and then I can unbox mine because now I have two. So it doesn't really matter which one. But is it the principle of the thing? I should probably ask my mom. Also, she's joking. If I unboxed her, she wouldn't be mad or anything. But she specifically said, like, don't unbox her. And I'm like, okay, you've kept her in the box for so long, so I'll keep her in the box if that's your wish. But do I unbox that? So let's say theoretically I get another one. The other one, let's say, has a perfect box. Mine is okay. Like mine has displayable box, but it's not perfect. Do I unbox the one that my mom told me not to unbox? Because that one has a worse box, and also that one's more special to me, so I want that one out of the box, because I like dolls out of the box better. I like to actually, like, feel them. Like, looking at them is fine when they're in the box, and I do have dolls that I keep in box, and I enjoy them, but I just enjoy them more unboxed. But, like, what's the protocol here? So, you see what I mean? Do I unbox the one that is not the one my mom told me not to unbox? Or do I unbox the one my mom told me not to unbox because, oh, now I have two, so it doesn't matter. I have one that's like investment or whatever, and then one that's not. I don't know. What would you think? This is a hypothetical question. I'll decide when it happens, if it happens. But yeah, and I have kept a few of the dolls my mom has requested me to keep in the box. Basically all of them. She had like a Bratz doll she kept. She had the Fairytopia Enchantress doll. I'm so glad she had that one, but I really want that one out of box too, so. So there's several things that can happen to dolls that have been left in the packaging. Sometimes they'll end up getting kind of moldy, specifically under the dress. That's why I'm holding the skirt up. I had this happen. I unboxed a bunch of holiday Barbies in a live stream, and as I was unboxing them, it became apparent to me that they had mold like covering their legs, and I've washed them and everything, so even if you can't see stuff like mold, there could still be some. If you can see it, it's pretty bad, but it was inactive, like it's fine. I washed them, I did the appropriate treatments, I know what to do. But that's why even if you unbox a brand new condition doll that seems pristine, just give her some kind of wash. And I'm very careful because I want to keep the hair perfect. Like, I like them to look just as they did when they came out of the box for as long as I can. So, you know, take the dress off if you can. If not, scrub her good. But, you know, there's ways to do it. Anyway, look at her sash. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous, gorgeous. Garnets, I think, actually are my favorite mineral. I think they're so cool. And if you haven't seen them, they naturally form in, like, a really cool dice shape. I just love them. And the way they form is really interesting too. And look at that necklace. I don't know what exactly caused this. This can happen it can just happen. Plastic degrades over time, but it's weird that some of them happen and some of them don't, right? So another thing that can cause this is there's a material in the plastic, like a chemical of some sort called plasticizer, and I've seen it discolor faces before. At least I'm pretty sure that's what does it. This isn't sticky or glossy though, so I'm inclined to believe it's not that. I don't know though. And then you can also see that her rubber bands have gotten disgusting, which that's very common. It's like, was she stored in a super humid environment? Did it kind of change temperatures a lot over time? What's the deal? We don't exactly know what causes it, but I did notice when I lived in Texas, the rubber bands I would put in my doll's hair wouldn't really be impacted very much by just existing in my room. And even like the factory rubber bands, they generally wouldn't degrade. And then when I moved to New York, they started doing it. So there's clearly some kind of condition that changed, but I don't know which condition it is that causes the rubber bands to degrade. I don't know. If you know, let me know. Anyway, next is the Ruby Birthstone Barbie. That's my birthstone, so I'm extra excited about this one. By the way, all of the Birthstone Barbies did come out, I believe, in 2002. So we've got 3 of them here today. And it's so cool to have 2 of the red ones, but the Garnet, of course, has more of a purple tinge. And these are just so beautiful. I love the cascade of color. Like, oh, these are so cool. Anyway, let's get her out of here. It's like is that a calendar? Are they supposed to mark like the day they finished the doll? It's very interesting. Not that anything was actually marked. So gorgeous. So I think the easiest way from my repeat experience here, this is one where if I found her again and the box was in better condition, this one had some like water damage, I think, on the box. So I need to look out for any mold or mildew. There's her little certificate. But it seems like it was just like the box was on a shelf that got a little bit wet, and when they peeled it up, the cardboard got stuck. And it didn't even have to be wet. It could have been like a slight condensation that can cause that. Who knows? I certainly don't. I got her secondhand. But anyway, if I were to get another one of this doll or find another one of this doll, I probably would actually buy it because I would like to keep one of these in box. Because again, this is my birthstone. And she's so beautiful. So that'd be cool. And I do actually have rubies and sapphires. If you didn't know, they're the same thing. They are a mineral called corundum. And they also grow in a funny shape. It's like an octagonal hedron or something. But I don't have the sapphire birthstone doll from this collection, but I do have the birthstone, I forgot what it's called, but oh, it is called Birthstone Beauties. Are these both called that? No. Okay. I have the sapphire doll from this collection, I'm pretty sure. And this is the ruby one, so I have both. But I'd love to have the sapphire one from this one. It'd be really cool. And I have the amethyst one. That's kind of unrelated, but I just think the bright color, the bright purple is so pretty. Normally, I'm very picky about using scissors on everything, but these dolls are not really held in very much. And okay, you can pull on a lot of things, like that was a rubber band, it's fine. But when you get to plastic ties, don't pull them. I know you can get away with it without hurting the doll, and I definitely am guilty of doing it all the time. But if possible, cut them with your scissors, because even if you manage to pull it without seeing any issues, it actually can be causing pulling and snagging. That was the word I wanted. Depending on your material, especially. These dolls are mostly fine. Like the plastic tags are not too bad. Also, they used to use these super thin ones. Like, I don't know if you can really tell, but that plastic tag is so thin, and that is so cool because that makes it where it is less likely to wreak havoc and cause ripping and pulling and tearing. I don't think Barbie uses the small plastic tags anymore. I don't really buy collector Barbies, the new ones anyway, like very often, if ever. Shoes. So, I don't know. But the Disney limited edition dolls that are very expensive, they use the like really big ones, and they cause such bad snagging. Like, I've had dolls where the minute I just opened the slip cover that was on the box, you could see giant snags on their dresses from the plastic ties being put in. Okay. The Ruby doll has this really beautiful reddish brown. My hair has no red in it at all. It's like almost greenish. But God, she's so gorgeous. And I do have I think the aquamarine one with more like my hair color. So I don't know if they just decided what hair color with each gemstone or if there were variants. I don't know. But oh my God, this one's awesome. Yay! So cute. So cute. Yeah, I need to look more into these because you just never see the variants really. I never really see them around, but I'm pretty sure they exist. Gorgeous. By the way, if you're not in the know, variant just means like it'll be the same doll, but let's say they do a different hair color, a different skin tone, a different eye color, something like that. That's a variant because it's the same release. It might have a different batch number, but it's intended to be the exact same doll, just with a different thing going on. So like, I have a doll right here. I guess we can open this one next. And they specifically put Caucasian, so I'm thinking there must be another variant of this one. Anyway, this is the Simply Charming Barbie. This is a doll that I hadn't seen before, but now I've seen her twice thrifting. She is from allegedly 2001, and she's so cute. I know if I were to say 2001 and she happened to release in like January of 2002, some Barbie collector would be really aggressive with me. So that's why I'm saying allegedly. But then other Barbie collectors will be like, the box date is always right, even though it isn't. I don't know. Anyway, the back of the packaging explains just the vibe that they were going for. They used to just do random, like somebody decided, let's do this picnic in the park lady doll, and then they would design her and release her as a collector doll. They don't really do this as much anymore, unfortunately. And this one came with a special little bonus, which was a pretty gold-toned girl-size bracelet featuring a picture hat charm reminiscent of the lovely hat worn by Simply Charming Barbie doll. Display your Barbie doll in its storybook package and enjoy wearing the charm bracelet. That is adorable. So the idea with this packaging is that you could unbox her, but you could still put her back in. That was also a thing that they did a lot. I call this sort of doll playline collector. I also would call the Birthstone Barbies playline collector because they still say ages 3 and up. They don't say, oh, we have a special thing going on, so you need to be like 12 and up or something. But there are dolls that like still say 3 and up, but they're clearly more targeted at collectors. But these are meant to be introductory collector sort of thing. So like maybe a doll that you give to a bit of an older kid or something. This one comes with a warranty. Do you think it still applies? You can see some, is that like dust? Again, that's why you wash stuff, because I don't know what all of that is. And then, I think it's saying if I send this little thing in, they'll give me a Barbie collector catalog. Do you think they'll still do it? That's so cute. I'm joking, by the way. They don't still do that. It looks like this doll is held in by thread, which is even better than the plastic ties. It is less likely to do damage, at least in my opinion or in my experience. I haven't really had snagging caused by the dolls that are sewn into the packaging. So I really like when they do that. Feels very premium also. Okay, sorry. I need to do this on camera. This one has a plastic wrap around the waist and then another piece of thread. Another really cool thing about the thread is that you could just snip like one side and then everything just comes right out. You don't have to worry about it. Okay, weird. There's only one metal tie and it's around her arm. Is it it's not even the parasol arm. That's weird. These aren't metal, by the way. They're some kind of plastic, but they're metallic looking. This is how they like to fluff dresses. They're jerks for this, but it is what it is. So this dress has no structure underneath at all. And yeah, so I think she has, I know this is weird, but she has some damage. Like that's, it'll come off very easily, but I'm pretty sure that is the start of mold. So glad that she's coming out of the packaging to get her little spa treatment. And again, I do it very light with these sorts of dolls because it's not super necessary, but I want to make sure that there's no active thing going on and that if there is, it is nipped in the bud. Okay, I'll cut the other ties later on. I think that one's knotted in, but like the main reason I bought this doll, I love pink and green and I thought her theme was cool, but look at that side glance. She's so pretty. So pretty. And I love her big hat. It's so fun. I really think they were just like, I want to design a doll with a big hat. Let's do it. But this dress is gorgeous, gorgeous. And the material is really cool. I love that they have this more see-through material that matches. Like, they're different, or maybe they're the same. Actually, I think they're the same, sorry. They look, I love this material that they used, and because there's a lining behind this one that it sits on pretty well, this almost looks like a different material, but it is the same. But this is so soft and it flows so nicely, and the flowers were so cute. And then she has this little parasol. It was sewn into place, but as you can see, it just came right out. And then there's a little handhold on it, but you could still make it look like she's holding it correctly. I guess that means it would go this way. And this is adorable. So this doesn't actually open. It's just meant to be a little parasol that she holds. I dropped it. It's just meant to be a little parasol that she holds, but isn't that just so cute? And then she also has, there's some like dust or something in this packaging. She has a stand, and I love that they used to label them with the name of the doll. It's just so cute. And some of the stands, actually, the plastic pull on them is a unique size for certain dolls. So, you know, it's really nice to have them labeled, because picture me with like 20 collector dolls that I have, you know, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna display these. I'm ready. And I need to figure out which stand goes to who and which little pieces fit where. Oh, it was bad. I still never figured it out. Some of them, like, they don't fit on any other stand. I can't find which stand was theirs, if I even have it. And I'm just like, you know what? Whatever. You can just go on one of my basic stands. Oh, she also does come with this comb. This is more of an, I dropped it. That's more of like a 90s comb. I feel like that's where you mainly see it. But a lot of the early 2000s Barbies match the early or the late 90s Barbies closely, which makes a lot of sense. But I always think that any late 90s Barbie, even Generation Girl, is from the 2000s. And I'm simply wrong. I am simply wrong. Anyway, pink stand. And then she has her little bracelet. I think I could wear this. So see what I mean? Like this, it specifically said girl sized. It didn't say like collector sized. And yeah, that's, even on me, that's pretty tight. So playline collector, kid collector, you know? Really, really gorgeous doll. And this is the quality they used to give us. And they hate us now. It was bothering me a bit that they were sitting, so now everybody's on their stands. Anyway, next we have Timeless Silhouette Barbie. So I hadn't really heard of this doll. And there are other dolls that have a vaguely similar concept, but I found her at an antique mall and I was just intrigued and I opened it up. And this was not the doll I was expecting to see, like not the design I was expecting, but I really, really love it. I think it's so cool. I love her dress. The silhouettes are really, really cute. And it's just a really unique design. And I love this. So I'm definitely keeping part of this packaging. But I think this packaging, it's eye-catching, but this is a collector doll. So it's one that you probably, at this time specifically, they would have seen them in like catalogs and ads and on the Barbie website. So I think this packaging is ineffective, because now if you actually get the doll, how do you display her other than taking her out? And a lot of people like to leave them in the box. Yeah, I don't like that notion with collectors, so I'm trying to, you know, advocate against it a little bit, which is totally fine if you feel like you want to leave things in the box. I have nothing against that. But the idea that you're not a collector and you're not collecting properly unless you leave them in the box, and a lot of people, like, I know they're not enjoying them as much as they would if they were to take them out, because of the types of comments I get from people when I unbox my dolls, and they'll be like, oh, I'm so glad I could see the shoes. Like, thank you so much. I'm too scared to unbox mine. I'm like, just unbox her. But anyway. Does she come with a stand? I saw a certificate go flying, so let's pick it up. It's a 2-year limited warranty. Okay. Do you think it still applies? How many times can I make that joke? Does it even count as a joke? Okay, there is a stand. It's just hiding behind her dress. Yay! So very simple packaging, because again, I really think that the designers honestly usually intend for them to be unboxed, although there's a whole field of like doll design that's just designing the packaging, even simple packaging. Like a lot of considerations go into it, even if it's just like this cardboard box. It's a really nice box design. It's really, really cute, but it stinks when a doll like this, for people that want to leave them in the box, that cute part could have been like a slip cover, and I hate a slip cover on a doll that I'm leaving in the box, or if I'm keeping the box, because now I have to keep track of this slip cover too. But you know, you can't, like, you would at least be able to experience the doll, see her, display her with the box open. I've seen a lot of Barbie collectors, like, a lot of the boxes, you can't see the doll when it's fully sealed, but you can open it up and put the lid on the back, and then the doll, at least you can touch the doll and, like, interact with her in that way, but she's still perfect in the packaging. I think that would have been better for this one. I don't know. It's a really cute box, and it worked on me at the antique mall 20 years later. I saw her and I was like, oh my god, she's another one where the stand says the doll name on it, which is so cute. I love that sort of thing. I don't know. I just think that's so fun. It feels so premium, even though it's literally a sticker. It's just really cute and exciting. And I like little things like that. I like whimsy and magic. Bring it back. Bring back the joy. Okay, I think we have one more plastic tie. Or actually, it's just stuck to tape. Oh, I hate that they used to use the tape. If you have it, like, some dolls that have the tape, not only does the tape melt and get really weird over time, but with some dolls, specifically, like, there's some icing dolls, the tape that's in the packaging will rip the sparkles or the finishing off of their outfit pieces when you unbox them. That's awful. Okay. Oh, she's so cool. She's got to get all of these thingies out. Okay, here she is. Her dress got really smashed in the back, but the silhouettes, I didn't realize this, they're actually like velvet. Not, it's probably not legit velvet, but like some kind of crushed velvety material. That is so cute. And that's also what the top of the dress is made out of. And then there's a little satin ribbon. This is really, really cute. Sorry, I wasn't doing this with the Birthstone dolls because I've unboxed so many. Like, I know what they're like. This is just like a first impression. And again, we will be looking at all of these dolls up close in detail later. So stay tuned for that. Anyway, there's the stand, and we'll get to the stand later. Let's just move on to the next doll. All right, I built her little stand. And again, it's literally a sticker on the same stand base that all dolls from this era use, but there's just something so magical and special about it. I hate this specific shoe sculpt. It never stays on, which is why you never find these shoes, even when they're owned by collectors. Also, she comes with my favorite Barbie brush. This, before I learned and realized the magic of a metal brush on a doll, this changed my life when I started using them when I was a teenager. Really, really cute hairstyle. God. Okay, we need to set her down. We've talked about her enough. And we'll move on to our one true playline doll. This is not a collector doll, at least she's not marked that way. Obviously, there's no limit to what a collector is allowed to collect. You can collect anything, but dolls that are like made for collectors. This is just a traditional playline doll. I wanted to include only collector dolls in this video, and I did have another one that would have worked, but I don't know. I decided to include this doll. So anyway, this is Barbie Star Skater, and she was made for the Salt Lake City Winter Olympics in 2002. Yeah, she's really cute, and they seem to have some kind of sponsorship with Michelle Kwan, which is pretty adorable and pretty cute. Love it. And she has, I hope we start seeing that again. Ever since the Barbie movie, I mean, I really thought the Barbie movie would yield more. Oh my God, I cannot believe I'm getting this tape off without. I jinxed it. Anyway, I cannot believe that they flubbed the Barbie movie so hard. Like, it was everywhere. Everyone was talking about it. All the celebrities were into it. Like, it was a whole thing. And we're not seeing like celebrity partnerships and sponsorships and like cute things like that. Other than we've been seeing like, oh, we're making the Inspiring Women series. We've been seeing stuff like that for a while, but we're not seeing stuff like this where it's just like a regular playline doll and, oh, this fun like celebrity or pop culture thing going on with it. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Mattel. It feels like they're on purpose trying to kill Barbie, and I know they're not. I know they actually think they're trying, but I think it's because of they're like a public company. So their board has to appease the stockholders. So I think that has a lot to do with why everything's a mess over there. I'm sure there's other factors, but like, I don't think it's the designers not doing interesting or having cool ideas. I think they're just like not allowed to release things unless a bunch of bigwig people that don't know anything about dolls and don't know anything about like toys are appeased. I love these things. They are so satisfying. My Little Pony G3s used to come with those, and I used to save them in their hair sometimes so that I could like pull them on a rainy day because it was so fun. And when I pulled the last one, I was pretty devastated because I thought like, well, that's never happening again. But I have gotten to do it again as an adult, so. And I get to do it now. But the My Little Pony ones specifically are so satisfying because they're double-sided ones that you tear like that, and it's great. But when they sew the hair to the box, not to a plastic thing to the box, but like to the box, horrible. She comes with a really, really big water bottle that has the little mascots for the Olympics on it, which is pretty cute. And she seems to have some kind of action. I think you pull this string and she spins. We'll look into it. We'll see. She's really cute. So she's not going to be able to move like a normal Barbie because of her gimmick. She's so pretty. Really like her. I love the color scheme. It's very unique. Really, really gorgeous. And then she has a water bottle, and that is her accessory. Just like the importance of staying hydrated. And I agree. So she doesn't come with a stand, so I'm going to use one of the kind of just doll stands that I have around. Okay, I'm very curious about this gimmick. Okay, so I think you're supposed to hold her in a way where like this, and then we'll do it. We'll figure it out later. Can she sit? Yeah, she can sit. Super cute. I found this one when I was in Dallas, Texas at the like antique mall. I found no dolls. Like, it was a weird haul, but I did find this doll. So, and she's really cute. I figured it out. I was really confused. We'll look at this close up later, but I just had to see it. So first you need to get her arms out of the way, and it said to bend her legs slightly for some reason. I don't know. Anyway, you hold the handle, and then you pull this out, and then that's so fun. This is like a mechanism they could have used for so many concepts, and I haven't seen it again. I'm sure they did use it again, but like bring this back. Imagine a fairy, like a sky dancer sort of vibe. Also, her arms are really weird. They don't stay up. I wonder if that's part of the mechanism, like they're supposed to come down, but look, they come down. I think it's just because they're kind of loose. I think that's probably why. Anyway, that is cool. This is a cool doll. I will put her on a stand later. Stick her on the floor for now because we're kind of out of space back there. And next, whichever doll I managed to grab. Okay, this is the Diva Collection Gone Platinum doll. So this is just a general like pop star vibe collection. There's more. There's one with this like this blonde hair with reds, like, oh my god. Dip dye or like dyed hair in general in dolls is so unusual, and that one is just so cool. So I hope to get her someday, but I'm hoping to get the full collection. This is the one that I have. I paid $30 for her, I think, at the antique mall, and I love her. I love her. Actually, it might have been 25. I don't know. But she does have a price tag from KB Toys for 50 bucks. Did they retail for that much? Because that's a lot. Like at the time, especially, and at KB Toys no less, that's a lot of money. But anyway, this doll's awesome. Did you ever get to go to KB Toys? Don't answer this if you were born after 2003, please. I'm realizing that 2003, if you were born in 2003, you'd be quite old by now. Not like quite old, but I think you can drink. So, okay, there's already feathers floating around because this doll has this really cool, oh my god, that's awesome, this like Marabou thing. I love Marabou material, and my cats love it too, so we're gonna have to be careful with that. I did drop the certificate that she comes with, so here it is. She comes with a certificate and the little mail-in thing, and she also has a stand, and look, her dress is like hanging out the back because it is so big. So it looks like it's just taped down, and then there's a piece of thread. Again, love when they use thread, because it makes unboxing it easier, but also it's better. It protects. It doesn't cause stupid permanent holes. It's much safer for the fabric. It's great. Okay, I have to pull the dresser here. This isn't the first time I've encountered this. Also, they never put the shoes on the dolls before, and it wasn't even just to make it look like the doll comes with more stuff than they do. These are cute. I think it's just because they fall off so easily. They didn't want anything to do with that. So they put them in a little bag and tape them to the side of the box. And yeah, the shoes do not stay on. Like, I know I was just saying that with one of them, but like, it's so frustrating. And at some point I just decided, like, y'all don't get shoes on display. You know what? I'm taking them off and you're not getting them back. Okay, we have a tear strip. Are you ready? Yeah, that one didn't end up being super satisfying, but anyway, I love that thing. Kind of pull through the cardboard. This part's stuck because it's a little bit bigger, but we're not keeping the box. I go out of my way to try to keep the box nice when I'm unboxing, but like, why? I'm not keeping the box. It's just this habit I have. I used to keep every single box, and if you look behind me, you can see why that was not sustainable. Also, like, I would get dolls thrifting all the time, and then I would feel like, oh no, I don't have the box, like, they're not complete enough. But did I ever look at the boxes? Okay, I did sometimes. I liked the artwork on them, and that's like the main justification for keeping boxes and keeping dolls in the boxes. But I was like, okay, if I care this much, I'll cut the artwork out of the packaging. I'll keep that. And then if I decide like, oh, I'm never going to look at this again, I don't want this anymore, it's easy to recycle. It's all just in a stack, and I can put it in the recycling, and it's fine. Okay. Then she also has her stand, which, again, I love the stands. I miss them so much. They do still do it sometimes, but not usually, and especially not on anything remotely directed at children. Usually they'll do it sometimes. Wow, she has beaded earrings. They are currently sewn to her dress, so it looks a little funny, but I didn't notice that before. Hair is way longer than I expected too, and it's very soft. Oh my god, this dress. Sorry, I've had this doll in box for I think almost a year now, I think. and I've been so excited to unbox her, but I was just waiting for the right video. Wow. That dress is amazing. Look at the strings. So gorgeous. This is so gelled, by the way, to keep it in that like exact position they want it in. And I love her side glance. She has like such a Britney Spears face. I think she's based on like several pop stars. And again, I was like 2 years old when this doll came out, I think. So please excuse me if I don't have all of the perfect pop culture references. You'll live. Look at this. So pretty. So pretty. Add Maribel to something and like game over for me. I love it so much. It's so pretty. But that means I'm gonna have to be really careful displaying her. My Barbies are on like a very high shelf that my cats have no chance of reaching. Like actually no chance, so it'll be fine. But I need to make sure she's always up there and that this doesn't fall off. So yeah. That is Diva Gone Platinum. I think there's 3 in the collection and they're all amazing. So yeah. Next we have the Morning Sun Princess. So this doll I believe is from 2000. Yeah, 2000. And I got this doll when I first moved into this house. Like, I went on Facebook Marketplace just curious because I lived in a new area. I wanted to see what was going on. And I found this amazing lot of, like, or it wasn't a lot. It was like a come to my house and buy my dolls, like, thing on Facebook Marketplace. And I realized they were in Atlanta, Georgia, which is pretty far from where I live. It would have been worth it to drive, honestly, but I had just moved. So I was spending my money on other things. I don't know. I didn't want to make the journey, but the dolls were such a good deal. They were like maybe $20 each. And I managed to like wiggle the price down a little bit more so that I could make them still be $20 each with shipping. Like the seller was so cool for that. And I bought a lot of their dolls and I was just shocked because they agreed to ship them. Like I was making full plans. I was like, I can come down like next weekend, maybe. I just moved the area, like blah, blah, blah. And they were like, oh, I can ship them for you. And they packaged them super well and everything, and they came so fast. It was amazing. Like, that was a dream, because normally on Facebook Marketplace, if you're like, hey, would you consider shipping this? They send you death threats. I'm kind of exaggerating, but not. But anyway, I've had this doll for that long, and most of the dolls that I got in that lot were ones that I specifically wanted to keep in box, or I already unboxed them, if not. This one was one that I hadn't really heard of this line before, but I just thought she was so cool, and I wanted to add as many dolls as possible to make the shipping, like, worth my while, or the trip if I had driven down, because it was, like, a big lot. Like, they had way more than I ended up getting, and you can watch that video if you want. It's on my channel. So, anyway, so this doll is from a series, and there's 3 dolls in the series, and this is seemingly the least popular. There's 2 that are moon-themed, and everybody likes moon-themed things. And, I mean, I'm no exception to that. One of the moon ones specifically, I think, looks like my mom. Again, you don't have to agree with me. If you've even seen my mom. Probably not. But, like, I think she looks like my mom, and that makes me, like, really want that one. So, maybe someday I'll get her. And I did see her recently at a vintage toy store that had really good prices. But the moon doll that I wanted was, like, okay, these are sharp. The corona around her head, or the halo. And I'm trying to get these out, which the best way to do this, if they're really tight like that, is to just pull. But, whew, there we go. This is stabbing me. Anyway, they were like $40 or $50, I think, and I was like, surely not, because this doll is pretty cheap still. So I looked it up, and sure enough, yeah, the moon ones, because everybody likes the moon-themed things, are very expensive online. So that was actually a good deal, but at the time I was on a trip, and I didn't have, like, a lot of disposable income, so they'll come back to me. My philosophy on that sort of thing is, like, if it's meant to be, it'll be. If I can make it work, I'll make it work, but otherwise, it is what it is. Ow. I'll find them another time. These aren't super rare or anything. They're everywhere. There's this perception around these, because a lot of people bought them as investments, but because a lot of people bought them as investments, there's too many around, and not that many people actually, like, want them, like, and are willing, not that people don't want them, but they're not willing to pay, like, investment prices. So people really think they're worth something still. And some of them did end up being, like, and by worth something, I specifically mean, like, appreciated in value when accounting for inflation, too. Worth something to me is, I like that doll. That doesn't mean, like, she's worthless to me, obviously not. But, you know, these dolls are absolutely everywhere. They're really, really common. So, especially at like antique malls, because a lot of people, especially like right around Beanie Baby craze time and post Beanie Baby craze time, people were looking for the next thing like that. So the Kenner Star Wars were a big one. I did not realize her hair was this long. Like, look at that hair. Wow. This is gorgeous. But anyway, people were looking for something to like make $1 million off of. They just really thought this would be like a get rich quick scheme. So a lot of things that came out around this time that are collector items ended up being like weirdly cheap as the years went on, because just so many people had them and people didn't see a return on their investment, and they didn't see the return on investment anywhere in sight. So they just were like, ah. So that's one of the like main, like, I don't care personally. Like, if you want to unbox your doll, do it. It's yours. It doesn't matter. Don't listen to what other people think. Ooh, she is sticky. This is something that happens to dolls that are sealed. Again, I think it's the plasticizer. It's just something that will naturally breathe out of the plastic over time. I know that sounds weird, but if a doll is in a sealed environment, that does not happen, and it can actually really hurt them. So she's like super sticky. Also, I'm pretty sure it's like dangerous, so you need to get that off. Anyway, sorry, ignoring the sticky legs tangent. That's one of the reasons I specifically don't feel bad, even the slightest bit, about unboxing dolls from this era, because so many people collected them thinking they were going to be worth a bunch, that there's just an overabundance of them in box on the market. I might think a little before unboxing something from the 70s, because not very many people were keeping them in the box, you know, if that makes any sense. Anyway, this doll is marked Barbie doll 2003, but her box date is 2002. She came out probably at the end of 2002. This doll's gorgeous. I paid $25 for her at a store called Second and Charles. But I think that day, I don't know, I'd have to go rewatch the video. I think they gave me like a random discount for no reason. Like, I didn't even ask for one, but they were like, hey, we've been trying to sell these. Maybe that was this day. Anyway, she's gorgeous. And she has these little authentic Barbie stickers that are, or like tape pieces. That's so cute. Just things that make it feel extra collector-y and premium. This is a whole series where they did like New Year dolls in addition to the holiday dolls, because the holiday dolls were so popular, and I wish they still did it. It's cute. It's so cute. Just like a little New Year's thing. There's one that I really want. I think it's 2002 one that has the red dress. But again, people think these are worth a lot of money. They're not. They're not. So sometimes you find them listed for ridiculous prices, and you kind of have to comb around and find the ones that are priced reasonably. You know, because people bought them thinking like, oh, this is gonna be worth money, so some people won't let go. But some people are just like, this isn't happening, I need to get rid of this. So all right, I'm gonna undo the ties and stuff off camera, because I think y'all get the memo. All right, so I undid all the stuff on the back, but I wanted to show, like, look how cute that looks. The way they pleated this to make it look really nice in the packaging, even though that's really just to squish it in there. That's so sweet. I like that a lot. We have left the era where they were putting stickers on the stands, but they do still come with stands, which is nice. Okay, sorry. I am just cutting the little threads. You only normally have to cut it once, and then everything's free, but sometimes it's a few threads. There we go. Wonder how much more expensive it is to do threads instead of plastic ties. Plastic ties are on like a little gun thing, and thread you actually have to sew in, so it's probably a little bit more expensive to do threads. But with dolls, especially with satin dresses, I feel like it's necessary. Not that I think we're ever going to see this come back to favor, I don't know. Yeah. Also, like, how cute is this packaging? Like, this little area. It's simple, but it's like, it's reflective, it's fun, it's different. Look at the situation back there. So many of those plastic head tie things that I can't stand. Nobody can stand them. They're like, oh my god, these are really in there. You can cut them, especially because I just stretched them out. There we go. Okay, let's keep it going, keep it pushing. Just trying to free the hair without ruining the curl. There's like a really cute curl in. Okay, and there we go. She's free. Oh, such a pretty color. Okay, so here she is. There is an actual medal on her dress that says 2003. Oh, that's gorgeous. Okay, so her hair is going to need a little bit of a refresh. And let me get, oop, I undid the ties on her dress. Interesting. Why are you stuck? There we go. My bad. Pulling on that thingy made her dress come undone, but it's fine. They actually used snaps in the back, which I love, love, love. the snaps are just so nice. I don't know. And they used those on some of the Playland dolls when I was a kid too. I remember one of my Barbie movie dolls had it. Not the Barbie movie, the Barbie movies. Okay, it looks like this was probably a ponytail and the rubber band has rotted. So I need to get all that goo out of her hair and figure that out. She also does have metal earrings, it feels like. Pretty cool. I thought they learned not to do that because the original Barbies have the green ear problem. But maybe there's some kind of coating that's preventing that now. I don't know. That'd be another reason not to leave them in the box. Imagine that starts happening. Anyway. Gorgeous. I love the little flower too, but unfortunately I think it was stuck into the rubber band, so it's come out. This is a really pretty doll. And for some reason, purple is very unusual in Barbie Land. And I don't think it should be. I think she looks really good in purple. And especially this light purple. I don't really ever see this. So that's why I was so, like, I was drawn to this doll. I thought she was so cool. It's just an unusual color and a very, very pretty doll. So, yeah. Now we have, I believe, one doll behind me. And it's the one that, I'm so sorry to the others, but I have been the most excited to unbox this entire time. Because she is the one that I just have no... I mean, her and the Diva Barbie are just ones that I have no precedence for. I don't know what their deal is, because I just don't have any like them. So this is from a line called One Modern Circle. It is just meant to be like a very like hip and modern line. That's why it has the Yahoo thing on the back, like the partnership, I guess, with Yahoo. I wish I could go to this website in its heyday. I mean, I'm sure you can visit on the Wayback Machine or something. I hope anyway. I will be devastated if this is somehow missing. But this is just such a cool, like, this specific artwork. It reminds me of the adults from my childhood. Like, I don't know. It's just so perfectly of its time. Okay. I dropped whatever accessory she had. There was like a little coffee cup and something else. This line is so cool. Did she have a ring by chance? Interesting. One Modern Circle Melody, and it tells you the little story about her. So it says she is the production assistant to Barbie at, I think Modern Circle Productions is like the movie company they're working for. I think Barbie being like a movie star in the Barbie movies was a bit later in the continuity, but maybe this was like related somehow. Like maybe they had come up with it through the same means. I have no idea. I just think it's cute and fun. I think it's a cute and fun idea. But anyway, there's like drama. I think they were comics or maybe like cute little web stories like with the Mycene dolls. I don't know. But the vibes are immaculate. So this doll, I love the face sculpt and the art style, like the paint style. They also did use threads to package a lot of this, like this little bag had one. And look at her little bag. So I cannot wait to look at this doll up a little closer, but like, how cute. And the colored hair, very, very unusual for the time. This is when they actually start using fantasy hair colors. And it's so funny because I would think in like for dolls, I would just start doing that like right off the bat. Also, I realize now that when I cut the camera, I should have gone and looked for all of the little things that we dropped because she has some extra accessories, but it's okay. You'll see them when we flip the camera around. So she also has a stand and yeah, she seems to also have real metal jewelry. It's cold to the touch. Again, I'm kind of worried that she lost a ring because she has a ring hole in her hand and that's not always there for Barbies. So I'm very curious about that. I might have to look that up because I didn't see one in her box. But I'll look around. It could only be right here, right? Unless it fell out of the box anyway. Yeah, she's so interesting. Her fashion is really cool. The fabrics that they used, so cool. So anyway, now we're gonna turn the camera around and look up close at all of these dolls and do like little mini reviews. Check them out. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. 10 new Barbies. Friends, welcome to the flip side. That doll is like mean mugging us. She's gorgeous. Oh my god, these are so pretty. Anyway, now we're going to be doing the close-up review of everybody, and I thought I'd start with Star Skater Barbie because she's right here, and she's the exception because everybody else here is like a collector doll, and she's not. So she does come with instructions because she is a gimmick doll. So cool. And that's how the skates work. And then she comes with a little medal that you can give her from the Olympics. So that's pretty cute, the Winter Olympics. And then her water bottle, again, so adorable. And I love that it actually looks like it has water in it. Like, it's a really cool effect. Not just a random chunk of plastic. Like, it actually was designed thoughtfully to be fun. And I love those little mascots. And then the last thing that she comes with is this little thing that you snap on to her waist piece, which is right here, this blue waist piece. You just kind of slide this on, and then that's how you can hold her so she can spin. But first we'll just take a look at her as if she doesn't have the cool spinning feature, just as a regular doll. So starting off, she has a really pretty face, just very sweet. I really like the way they did the makeup, just very, very nice. And this style of bang looks really, really good with this face sculpt, and I don't think it's particularly common. And her hair is a little bit messy just from being in the packaging for so long, and I suspect we have a rubber band. Yeah. We have a popped rubber band up here. So the hairstyle is just being held in by a prayer right now. But she's so pretty. Even though she's, you know, it's another blonde Barbie with blue eyes with this face sculpt from the time, she stands out and she's really cute. And then her earrings do come out. I mean, they're probably held in by a little plug on the other side, but they are removable earrings. They're not sculpted in. She's very nice blushing too. She's so cute. And then her, I wonder if this was the color scheme for the Winter Olympics or what this is. It's a really cool color scheme, but I'm not familiar with it. And normally, not normally, I guess, they kind of just do whatever color scheme they want. But I would think they would try to go with like an American flag color scheme, but I prefer this. This is so cute and unique. Yeah, I think she'll be hard to display though, because this is such a unique color scheme. But look how detailed and high quality this outfit is. It's not detailed on the back, but I'm not really worried about that. Just all of the different colors and the glitter dots, and this little charm on her skirt is really cute. Just a little plastic snowflake. And then you can take the top off, and I suspect you can't take the skirt off because it's all in there, which is totally fine. And then she also has this little underwear piece, which in my experience wants to slip down, but that's okay. And then the underwear piece is attached to these tights, which are super, super cute, very shimmery. And then these are, they're not like other Barbie doll shoes. They're hard. I mean, there are other Barbie doll shoes like this, but not normally. And then you undo them by undoing them from the front and removing them. I'm surprised they made them removable at all, considering what the gimmick for this doll is, but pretty cool. And they just have simple little blades on them. And then we're going to keep her off the stand so I can show you how the gimmick works. So the snowflake charm piece is a little string that you can pull, and then you're supposed to hold her here. So let me zoom this camera way out. See how we can do this. Okay, ready? And it does say to try to keep her arms over her head, but for some reason they just want to come down. See? Especially when she's spinning, but that's okay. Stay up. Keep your hands up. Okay, ready? So you get a controlled spin this way, like you can keep it at whatever speed you want, and get that all the way out. And then when you release it, whee! It's really, really cool. They did a really good job on this. And this is just a random, like, oh, it's the Winter Olympics. This happens. Is it every 2 years for the Winter Olympics? Or is it every 4 years too? But it's the alternate 4 years. I don't know. But this is seemingly such a random doll, but I love that they put such a fun gimmick in. Okay, ready? Woohoo! Okay. Keeping her on the, like, her touching the table was not the best idea. But yeah, the gimmick really works. It's adorable. And I really like her. I like these little cellophane skirt fluttery tab things too. She's adorable. So unexpectedly, really, really good doll. I kind of bought her on a whim because I thought she was cute. And I don't necessarily collect the more sporty Barbies generally, just because I don't really have a display going for them. And I don't plan to get a whole lot other than gymnastics, because I love gymnastics. But I also really love figure skating. And I thought her color scheme was really unique. And I thought her face was so precious. So I decided, you know what? Let's go for it. Let's get her. And I'm pretty sure she was the only doll I found that day. I think I said that earlier. So she ended up being really cool. This was like the best doll I could have found. And I'm really excited. And then you can give her little medal. She got a gold medal for that excellent spin. And then hopefully she gets to drink some water. So that was Star Skater Barbie. She is so cute. I'm really excited about this one. Very unusual. And I like gimmick dolls. I used to think like, oh, I'd rather have like a really nicely designed doll rather than the focus of the design being on the gimmick. But I feel like especially the older gimmick dolls, the gimmick was something they designed and then they designed the doll thoughtfully. And it wasn't just like, oh, there's a gimmick, we can call it a day, you know? She's really cool. I really like her. Also, I think her arms might be part of the mechanism. I think they're supposed to move a little bit, which is why they make that clicking sound. I don't know. I couldn't really get it to function well, and I don't want to spend too much time on it. Anyway, moving on from Star Skater Barbie, I think we'll move to simply Charming Barbie. So here she is. And again, I bought her because I was so in love with her unique face, because the side glance in general is not super common and I love it, but also just the way her makeup looks, her hairstyle, like look at the cute little bangs, and the hat, just, this is a very unique one. She's really pretty. Look at that face. She just looks so happy and a little bit sophisticated. She looks charming, simply put. Anyway, love this hat too. Look at that. The tulle gathered at the end and just kind of draped around it otherwise. Isn't that so pretty? Such a darling doll. And I love her little earrings too. She's got a big rose here with, I love this material. I'm not like confident what the material is, but it's really soft and I really, really like it. It's called chiffon. I might be wrong. She's got this ribbon. I kind of don't like the ribbon that they chose there. I think that the shine kind of distracts from everything else, which is very matte, you know? But that's my only real criticism for the entire doll, I think. And I wouldn't say real criticism, kind of criticism. She's got a little flower pinned there. And then the skirt, if we can move the camera down, it's so big and full and pretty. And I love the bodice. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I'm glad there is a ribbon there because it separates that these aren't both the same thing. Just look how, this is actually a really hard material to hem too. Serged hem. Looks great. And any loose threads that you're seeing for the most part are from packaging that I just didn't get out properly. Did she have her shoes on? Yeah, I did put her shoes on. They're terrible shoes that fall off. I mean, they're cute, and you can see some mess on the stand just from age, I guess, so we'll be washing that. But when I review dolls, I like to show them as I get them, instead of like making them perfect before doing a review, because, you know, if you are looking for recommendations, I want to provide like a realistic recommendation for the doll. The skirt would be a lot nicer if it held its shape, and I could put the tissue paper back in. I just need to start making big crinolines for Barbies, because look, that's cute. That's most likely what the intent was, but I don't know. For some reason, most doll companies are like, let's just put tissue paper in there, and it's totally lame. But yeah, very cute doll. I also love this piece. Just the fact that they did this instead of just letting this end is just such nice attention to detail. It looks fantastic. She also has her parasol, which is very cute, very soft, nice netted fabric that they used here. And it's just, it's very simple, but it's very nice, and I'm glad that she has it. And then she has this brush. I don't really end up with this comb very often, so very cool. And then this is the little charm bracelet. Really cute. It's very light. It doesn't feel like most jewelry does, but I mean, it's children's jewelry that came with a Barbie doll, so that's okay. And I guess you're supposed to attach it exactly to this little pull area because it doesn't really want to fit on here. I don't know. This will be a very cute thing to display with her. Although I wouldn't have gone with gold for this design personally. I probably would have done silver, but I don't think they thought that hard. I think it's just a cute little extra. And then she has her little offer thing. Simply charming. Very cute. And again, weirdly dirty. People have this misconception. I mean, I understand where it comes from, that, oh, if it's in the box, it'll stay in perfect condition and always and forever be great. And people that are unboxing them are destroying them. But they often like to destroy themselves in the box. So if you're just keeping them in box to keep them nice, and you actually do want them out of the box, reconsider. But also just be careful when you keep things in box. The box is not protecting them. You need to also protect the conditions that they're in addition to them being in the box. And it's a lot of work, because if you like drop the box once, you've lost like $20 of value sometimes. Anyway, next we'll take a look at our Diva Gone Platinum Barbie. So this is her little set of things. She has a little certificate in there. Is it open? I'll open this. Hold on. All right, I've opened this up. For some reason, my scissors didn't want to cut it, so I ripped it. But here it is. If you were wondering, they're just on like slightly thicker paper. It's fine. I like that it says my fabulous Gone Platinum Barbie doll. It's adorable. And then there's the little information thingy so you can get your catalog. I would love to find those catalogs at a flea market for very cheap someday. I don't feel like actually ordering them individually online or anything, because there's pictures of them online. Like, I don't necessarily need to do that, but they're cute. It would be a fun thing to own. All right, here is Gone Platinum. She is absolutely stunning, and her face especially is so unique and pretty, but also just in general, I feel like Barbie favors gold in general, and I prefer silver. So when there's like a full silver color scheme doll, I'm like rubbing my hands together maniacally. I'm so excited. She's so pretty. Look at that face. And like that frosted lip is so 2000s, so good. And the makeup just in general. And I love that she has the droopier eye shape too. I think Barbie generally has like a bit more upturned at the bottom, but these are slightly droopier, which reminds me of Britney Spears. So I think that's what they were going for. And I just love the makeup. Like, look at that eyeshadow. And the blushing too, so pretty. And then for her earrings, which are one of the coolest things, actually, look at these. So they are on a little circular post, and then, oh, they're tied through the back too. I didn't realize. There's a ring. I did cut them off of the collar of the dress though, but look, they're like beaded. They're on a hoop. Isn't that so fun? Those are the coolest earrings, and they actually sit correctly. A lot of Barbie earrings will go inward and look really dumb. So I'm shocked these don't, considering they've been sitting inward for so long. Her hair has the like blonde with streaks, kind of the classic natural blonde look that Barbie has. It's very, very pretty. She's got a lot of hair. It is, I believe, saran, and it's very, very long. I was not expecting it to be that long, actually, so very pleasantly surprised on that front. And then she has one piece of hair that is very heavily gelled, and then it is also tied to part of the little waist piece there, as well as the skirt. So I'll probably cut those out, but that's how she comes. Her big marabou thing is about her height, a little bit taller, and it's really hard to get her to hold it, actually, because for some reason her arms don't want to stay pinned to her waist. I'll show you. Sorry. I just did it, but it was off camera a little bit. They don't want to articulate properly. Kind of weird. Also, there's some discoloration between the body and the arms, which is frustrating because she actually has a unique body, because she has this little tattoo, this shimmery tattoo piece that is so cute. I wish that I had just discovered it yesterday when I was filming the first part of this video, but unfortunately it was not while I was on camera, but I was like, oh, that's so cool. And it might be that I've seen it before, but I must have forgotten about it, because that is so cool. Look at that. I love when they have little tattoos. It's just so special. It's just something dolls don't normally have going on. So I love it. I love it. It's so, so cute. And then she does not want to stand on her stand properly. I don't know why. So I'm going to try to fix that. Hold on. All right, hopefully that'll help. I kind of wanted to show you what the whole look looks like with the marabou, since it keeps coming off. Super gorgeous, super, super gorgeous. I just love that side glance. So, so cute. So the dress is very, very pretty as well. It's got this, would you call that a halter? I think so. It's got this little neck piece, then the chest piece is two different pieces that come down. There's a net here, which is really cool. They did not really need to do that, and I think it looks great. It probably okay, we'll take this off. It probably helps the little string stay in place, but still, that looks so nice. And there's a little bow for the cords. The back is very plain, because it's a halter top, so they didn't need to have anything on the back. But this was very popular to have like the no back dresses, and I think it remains that way as well. The material is really nice. I will say that this material, over time, if you touch it a lot, the little sparkles start to come off. They don't like come off, but they fade. It's weird, but she's looking good. Then this is, you can see the effect of the pleating to the fabric. So it's like pre-pleated, and it looks really good. Cords from the bow thing from around the belly are pinned into place down here. I think I'll cut that out, but that's how they come. And then the bottom of the dress, it actually has a train, and it's decently long, and I love, love, love it. Look at the shape of that. So pretty. And thankfully her stand allows you to have the dress train like that. And then she also has little, I think they're called opera length gloves that are up to her, like, top of her arm, her humerus area, and then they're sparkly and netted. And if you're seeing these are rubber bands that are kind of sticky, and I need to get them off when I wash these dolls later. And then there's her little feather thing. Thankfully the feather thing and the gloves disguise that her arms are really weirdly discolored. She's perfect. This is an awesome doll. Oh, her shoes. By the way, her stand is just a plain like white one. I think it's discolored and become cream colored over time, but it's fine. Her dress covers it fully. And then she has unique shoes. And again, they don't quite fit. I bet these are super uncomfortable. But I like the darker silver. It's almost like bluish that they went with. It looks really nice. So yeah, that is Diva gone platinum. So excited about her. Our next doll is Morning Sun Princess Barbie. She's so awesome. By the way, her shoes will not stay on. I don't know. I think it's the sticky plastic situation. Also, they're a harder material, but they're really nice shoes. I really like them. And we'll get there. And we will get there. She comes with a certificate as well as like warranty and a catalog offer. So fun. And I really, really want to show you what her face looks like up close, because when I got her out of the box, I was like in shock at how beautiful this face is. Look at this makeup. I love when makeup goes all the way up to the eyebrow. People hate it. When I do it, I get weird comments about it, but I think it looks so good, especially when it's sparkly like this. And look at the fade from that darker brown color on the inner side to this gold. That is so stunning. And I love that it's on the like bottom lash line too. She also has brown eyes, which is pretty unusual. I think they're brown. Really unusual for the blonde Barbies, and I think it always looks amazing, so I wish they would do it more. And she's got brown eyebrows, which contrast really nicely with her blonde hair, and I love her lip color. It's kind of orangey. For some reason, she is not wanting to balance properly on her stand, but she is actually on it correctly, so I don't know. Amazing face. Also, she has ridiculously long hair, which pairs weirdly with her crown. I mean, it looks amazing, but her hair likes to get stuck in the crown, and it's kind of difficult to feed it out of there because you got to figure out, oh, is this hair from the front or the back, and act accordingly. So you could see. So if you see that, I'm sorry. I tried. She fell over earlier, and it's causing problems. Anyway, she has this amazing halo corona thing going on with rays of sunlight coming out of her head. I love it. They are actually surprisingly sharp. So I wonder what the age rating on this one was. I didn't look, but yeah, I mean, they're not actually going to cut you unless you really try to cut yourself with them, but, you know, the threat is there. She has the longest hair in this video. It is all the way down to her feet, and even past her feet, because it goes to the desk from the stand. That is so, so cool. I love it. I wonder if the moon dolls also have that hair. So that is amazing, and you can see the back of the dress as well. Her dress is overall fairly simple, other than the cool pieces that come off, but I think that's good. I think simplicity is a good thing, and I think a lot of designers struggle with that when they're trying to make, like, oh, I need to justify this doll being expensive and premium, but I think a good simple design goes a long way, and they put the budget where they should have with this one, like the plated accessories, so they actually look metal. They're not. They're plastic with plating on them that makes them look metallic. Really, really pretty, and she has this really cool, like, sun charm. Okay, that fell off. It's possible she's supposed to have 2 of these, but I did not find another one laying around in my room, but I might. We'll see. I'm really assuming she's supposed to have 2, but these will not stay on. But they're so, so cute. And there's even like little sun rays on this thing. And around the choker as well, you can see some sun detailing. All right, moving on to her dress, you can see that she has this really cool little netted piece. I love that they were adding netting so frequently at this point. I feel like they don't do this as often, and here it really would have been fine without it, but I love it. I think it just adds so much quality and detail. So cute. This is actually tied down right now, and I think I'm going to leave it tied down for the time being. Also, she has this really cool situation happening here, and unfortunately, I think this piece is attached via... Oh, good. Okay. Up here, it is actually sewn into place, but I will say that it is attached with rubber bands down here, and the rubber bands have fully rotted, so they fall out, but luckily you can just kind of tuck it into the little bracers, and it stays just fine. You can see the end of this one. So it's this long piece of fabric, and you don't have to have it tucked into the bracers either. You could just have it lay and be like a cool train piece if you wanted to, but it starts at the halter and works its way down, does a curve, and then comes back up. I'm gonna need to play around with it to make it not look weird on this side specifically where the rubber band popped. Like on this side it looks fine, and I don't know if I personally would have used this material for this because it's kind of a stiff material. Like it holds its shape a little too well when I think it would have been better if this was a little bit more flowy, but I mean it looks awesome. The effect of this is so cool, and I really like too that the dress has this seam down the middle. It makes it have a really unique outward like appearance. I don't know. And yeah, so very simple design other than these big pieces. Absolutely beautiful doll. And then she does have her shoes, which are the plated gold as well, and I think it's just the stickiness. I cannot get them to stay on her feet right now, so I'm just gonna leave it at that, but they are really cool. And also this foot shape this shoe shape and the foot shape that the Barbies used to have, just in general, shoes don't stay on. It is very frustrating. And her stand does not have one of the stickers on it, by the way. You just know this is your Sun Princess. Okay, almost called her Evening Sun. No, Morning Sun Princess. Next, we have the amazing 2003 collector dolls. So her certificate just calls her Barbie 2003. And she also comes with the catalog thing, I think. She has these really, really cute shoes that I just kind of forgot to unbox them or take out of the bag. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I really like the little strap. Very cute shoes. And then, okay, this doll is so unique looking for Barbies of this era. Just, it's the face sculpt and several elements of the face paint that they always use, but I think it's just something about the purple. And the purple with the blonde is just so pretty. So starting off with her gorgeous, gorgeous face, look at that. I love the color of the lips too, and the eyeshadow. She even has purple eyes. Then her earrings, which are on little circular posts, and then they hang. They do not feel, they feel kind of cold to the touch in certain elements, but I think they're just some kind of plated material maybe. And they have little, probably like glass rhinestones embedded in there. Super, super cool. She has her hair kind of loosely into a low ponytail in the back, and then there's these two tendrils just kind of hanging out, and they were sewn into the dress. That's why you can see little threads. Super, super delicate and pretty. Really, really love this hairstyle. So I'm gonna have to be really careful because unfortunately the rubber band popped and I want to put it back up. So she did have this little fake flower in her hair, and then I think you just would tie it right here and it would be back to normal. But for now, it's kind of messed up. And then her hairstyle is 3 really big loose curls. Again, a little messy just from being jumbled around in the packaging and the rubber band breaking, but I think I'll be able to get it back to its original style quite nicely. And she does also have that like natural blonde blend, except I think there's more brown than usual. Like there's a darker brown color in there. Just very pretty. I really like that natural blonde blend that they used to do. I think it looks really natural and really pretty. And then if we move down, we can take a look at one of the coolest elements, I think, is this 2003 little metal charm thing. There is a thread through it to hold this tendril in place, so we'll take that away. 2003, and this is actually metal. It's very cold to the touch. Really, really cool piece. She does have this little sash that you can remove if you just want the dress for whatever reason. And the dress has this faux beaded look to it. I think these are just kind of ironed on or something, but it looks so good. This is the perfect way to make it look beaded because beaded dresses on dolls of this size can get really heavy and really cumbersome. So I don't mind if they don't actually bead them. Although I do love it when they do. I have had dolls with beaded dresses before. I mean, this is just gorgeous. And look at the fabric too. It's got the like, I think it's supposed to look kind of brocade, but I think this is also just ironed on, but these little flowers, really pretty, really, really pretty. And then there's another color of material that's just slightly darker that makes up the rest of the skirt. And this is a big skirt, by the way. Like you could really flare this out. Let me kind of zoom out. Look how big this skirt actually is. So it was really squished in the box, which again, they designed this doll to have such a big, awesome dress. And leaving her in the box is such a shame. So I'm definitely going to need to steam that also because those creases have been setting for over 20 years at this point. And then her sash thing, I love that it has this little pleated area. Really cool. And then it's just organza the rest of it, but it is basically a big tube, which is pretty cool. And she just kind of holds it. It just kind of sits. And she's not wearing her shoes right now because again, well, I forgot, but also I don't think they'll stay on. I think it'll drive me crazy. So yeah, there's just something about this era, just this specific foot shape that just does not lend itself to keeping the shoes on. But these ones actually, I have faith that they'll stay on better. But I still need to wash her and stuff, so yeah. No stickiness though, at least. So that's good. Anyway, really, really good color choices. Really fantastic design. Absolutely love the face. This is just a really, really nice, high quality doll with a really, really cool and unique design and just a very different look for Barbie, which I love. We have our 3 absolutely gorgeous Birthstone Barbies, and look, they actually come with different stands depending on the color of the dress. So darker colors get black and lighter colors get white. That's really cute. That's just like really nice attention to detail there. And I thought I'd just review them all together because they're basically the same doll. They just have different colored dresses. But I was actually surprised that their screenings, like the makeup is quite different, and then also even the hairstyles are different. That is not something I really expected. I knew some of them had the darker hair colors, and I know that there's skin tone variations, like specific variants, so like this exact doll but with a different skin tone, and usually they'll do a different face sculpt and stuff too. But I didn't realize between like 2 blonde dolls they'll have slightly different shades of like hair colors, and they have different lip colors and things like that. That's just really cool. I didn't really think about it. Because the other ones that I have like a brunette and a blonde. So like, yeah, those are going to have different colors to their hair. But I don't know. I think that's really cool. Anyway, the certificates all look like this, depending on who you got. So there's July, there's January. Cool. And if you see little dots on any of these dolls, it's glitter. It is the glitter from the dresses. It is a little bit loose, so it does come off, and you just kind of, it'll be better when I wash them. Anyway, I don't know why one looks taller. I don't know. It's fine. I do have these two kind of leanings. I thought it would be cute if they were leaning in, hanging out with each other. But here they are. I think my favorite makeup-wise is definitely this one, but also I'm biased towards her, first of all, but second of all, she doesn't have the faded, like the mismatch. This one's not obvious, but she does have a slight mismatch, and then this one's pretty bad. She's had some fading. Also for age, this one actually aged the best. Her rubber bands are actually still intact. If I tried to stretch those, it would 100% break though. And this one, you can see her rubber bands are really, really bad. This one's fine, but I'm going to take them off. They're not super necessary anyway, so it's okay. But with some dolls, that can actually be a problem. And then I am going to take the camera down so I can like really get up close and show you all of their little details. So like I was saying earlier, I'm really impressed with the different hairstyles. They all could have had the middle part with the tendrils like these two do, but this one doesn't even have tendrils. She just has her little side part hair. That's really cool. It's really interesting. Anyway, so for the faces, they all have the same screening style, but with completely different makeup. So it's pretty cool. You can see the eyebrows have the extra little hair at the front, which I love. Wow, they even have different eyebrow colors. Look at that. Purple eyes on this one with a dark lip to match the dress. And then I love the purple makeup with the red going up to the eyebrow. So pretty. And then this one has like all blue basically with white accents to match with the silver white look. And her lip color is very like almost nude with a little bit of pink to it. Very pretty. And yeah, as you can see, their hair is completely different style-wise, which is really cool. And then while I'm here, thought I'd show you the little necklaces. So they do actually have different shapes to their necklaces sometimes, which is pretty cool. So there's this one, and it is allegedly a Swarovski crystal. There's the diamond one. It's not a diamond. And then here's the ruby, which is a circular cut. So that's pretty cool. And then this one has the most different look to her because she has the reddish hair. But yeah, she has hazel eyes, pink eyeshadow in the lid, and then purple off of it with a very subtle color going up to the eyebrow, like pink. And then she has a very similar lip color, if not the same, to the Garnet doll. So really deep red. And her hair blend, look how gorgeous this is. I just love the natural blends. So pretty. And yeah, her hair, I think it's meant to be a little bit curly, but it's really just, this is what we call factory hair. Oh, I didn't get that tie off. She has straight hair, and then she has the curly-ish hair again, too. So very, very interesting. Okay, now that that's out of the way, let's take a look at their dresses. So they're all the same. They've got this pleated netted material that goes all the way around as like an off-the-shoulder look. They are supposed to have rubber bands, but those almost certainly have decayed by now on any of these dolls you're going to get. And if they haven't, they will soon. The rubber bands just do not last, unfortunately. I really, really like this element to the design. I think it's really cute, and I love that they used the exact same material for the little sash things. This is how they are in the packaging. They are wrapped twice and over the hair in the back. By the way, that's exactly how they come. And they're also pinned at the bottom of the dress. Also, this is something that I'd failed to consider, but there is the same material used at the bottom of the dress as like a train piece. As you can see, I think I cut the ties off of one of these. Let me find it. Yeah. So it's just a really big piece that you can fan out. Really, really cool, especially considering these, again, are those like keepsake type dolls that they don't necessarily expect you to unbox. Really cool that it has a train to the dress. It's a very nice detail that really helps them stand out, and I love it. And then let's take Ruby's sash piece off. So it's about the height of a Barbie doll times 2. So you have a lot of this to play around with and do lots of fun things with. You could even do those cute like head scarf things, like they're in a little car trying to protect their hair. Like you can do all kinds of stuff. Super adorable. And it is a little bit of a slick fabric, so they do drop it quite a bit, but it's okay. Now for the main body of the dress. So they're really, really nicely fitted with darts and lines where they need to be, but they're very well disguised too. Like it's hard to see the sewing details because of the glitter. And even on this one, where the glitter is a silver, and it's very subtle, it's the same pattern. So it's really, really intense up here, and then it kind of like fades out. And it creates this really, really cool effect. I love that design. Let me zoom all the way out so you can really see them. So pretty. And these dolls definitely need steamed when they're out of the box, because there's some harsh creasing and like crumpling of all of the elements. Anyway, these dolls are awesome, and I'm really excited to have added these 3 to my collection. I have 2 others, and I absolutely love them. And I have a few of the Zodiac ones too. Just absolutely amazing dolls. I hope someday to complete the collection, but I'm very happy to have any of them as they are. And I'd love to have some of the variants too, because it would just be really cool to have a more diverse cast going on with these. And they're just so beautiful. These designs are amazing. I would love another series like this. This just feels like a no-brainer. Like every few years you can do a new Birthstone series. And I feel like this is one of those things, like it's one of those things people identify with. I know it's just something silly that's made to sell jewelry, but like it's something people like to identify with. Like everyone will be like, oh, that's my birthstone. Like it's cute and fun, and it helps you have like a personal connection to some random mineral or rock, you know? So like do more of these. They're fun. They're very, very fun. I could even see like a Silkstone series of something like this. It'd be so cool. All right, for our last doll, another one that feels kind of weird and different for this video. She was definitely intended to be marketed for adults, so she's still like a collector doll in that sense, but all of these other dolls other than Star Skater are like formal gown type dolls, and this is a very casual doll. And I really wish more collector dolls were casual like this, because I really like a high quality casual outfit. Anyway, I really like these dolls conceptually, because the idea was to inspire like play and stories with the dolls among a collector base, which is pretty unusual. And I think that that's really cool, because it's something that adults get like scared of and anxious about and just feel like they can't be doing. So I like it. I don't know. Anyway, there's a picture of Melody, and it says, this certifies that your one modern circle Melody doll was created through the collaborative efforts of designers and artists at Mattel. They will use that tagline for the rest of days. They'll never stop. And I guess that's fine. Anyway, the coolest thing about this doll, I think her design is awesome, but I think it's really, really cool and like unusual that they decided to bring back the twist and turn Barbie face sculpt for her. Really, really weird. I want to see more stuff like this, where they try like different, more modern screenings on these old face sculpts. Also, I wanted to show you this, because I said like inspiring play, and you're probably like, what are you talking about? It gives you a whole little backstory, and there's drama. So it says she's highly energetic and happy, and she's the sunshine of the studio. She loves palling around with Ken. In her eyes, they're just best friends. And it looks like Ken like actually is into her, because it says Ken is thrilled not only to be hired for a great project, but for the simple fact that he will be seeing Melody every day. He can barely contain his happiness. Like, it's just like cute young adult workplace drama. And it says she was adopted as a toddler and considers herself a child of the world, and she diligently is saving for her travel fund, and she wants to balloon over the Serengeti. So really cool. And then there's some of the rest of the cast. I think Simone is the makeup artist. I think Barbie's is she the director, or is she the actress? And then I don't remember what Ken's deal is. You got the job. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, love this series. Really, really cool. And a series I hadn't heard of. I'd seen the Simone doll before, because she's very iconic and popular, but I didn't realize it was from like a little mini series like this. And I think there's 2 or 3 waves of these, because I know there's like a premiere series where they're all dressed up to go to the premiere of the movie they were filming. Just so cool. I wonder why these didn't do super well. Or why maybe they did well and they just didn't make more. I don't know. Anyway, starting off with her face, like I said, she has the twist and turn Barbie face sculpt, which is face sculpt from the 60s, so it looks quite different from the modern face sculpts, but that just makes her really stand out, and I think it fits the art style. I love specifically that they drew the eyelids on the way that they did. I think it looks so cool, and her very minimal irises that are just purple. There's no detail in them. It just, she really, really stands out. I really would like to have the rest of this collection. Her hair is definitely her standout feature. I mean, I'd argue it's her face, but for the time period, this is very unusual. I believe it's the same color as I think her name's Azura, I might be wrong. That's what I always called her. The blue fairy from Fairytopia, the original Fairytopia. Looks to be about the same color. But anyway, it seems like it's supposed to be like a little curled bob sort of thing, and that is what's going on here, and it's very nicely styled, and I like this little piece that's hanging down too. And she does not have earrings. She's so cool. I love her design so much. She has those stupid ties in the back of her head that I need to get out. Anyway, She has a metal necklace, like an actual little necklace, and I love the orange yellowy color to her necklace, to the gems in there. And also it's like a brown bronze-ish color to the metal, which is pretty cool. Pretty unusual. You usually see silver for doll jewelry or gold. Oh, I just noticed that there's silver and gold on these. There's silver and gold. That's cool. That's another cool variation that they did. Anyway, she also has this bracelet that is also cold to the touch, so it's metal in some capacity. And it also has those little gems. Again, they're probably just like glass, but very cool. Very, very cool. And it has that brushed, like bronze-ish metal look, like a darker gold. Very cool. Her coffee is basically her ring. It sticks in. It doesn't stick in super well, like it falls out pretty easily, and the shape of her hand doesn't accommodate it very well. Like I wish she could hold it like this, but it falls out. You have to hold it like this, so she has to hold her arm pretty high up in order to hold it. But that is such a cute little accessory. Look at it. There's rubber bands stuck on it, as is tradition. But yeah, I think this is a really cool way to have them hold accessories. It's really fun. Really, really fun. And then she has her little outfit. So she has, oh, is it an actual, cool. I thought, okay, so every time I've had a doll that has something wrapped around their waist like that, it is not an actual clothing piece. It's just made to be a cardigan wrapped around their waist. So that is so cool. So she has this little, I think it's an actual sweatshirt. I don't think it's meant to be a cardigan, but I guess you could wear it either way. That's so cool. Wow. Okay, I'll take that off for now so we can look at the outfit. Same material here, a knit material. Really, really nice. I really like that. For her little tank top, very simple. And then if we move down, also it's kind of ruffled upward from kind of just being that way over the years, so I'll have to iron that down. Her pants are really weird. They're made out of this like plasticky feeling material, but I've seen this material before, and I think real pants come in a very similar material, obviously not this exact material, but they have this really cool gold detailing through them. Also, she does not come with a stand, by the way. I put this, this is a stand for my collection, and she has little metal snaps. Pretty cool. And then she has these simple black shoes. Cool. Now, her bag. Let's see what's in here. I haven't gotten to look yet. She has a newspaper, the Daily Tribune. Oh, look! Wow. It's got a little picture of Barbie. So it says Barbie at the Movie Awards Gala event. I love that it says every day. Today's news. Large circulation. Every day. It opens up really big, actually. Ken, Simone, and Barbie are the celebrities. Gives you a place to put like the scores for the sports games recently. That is so cool. So, okay, love that. See, I love when there's like a little universe going on, and Barbie doesn't really get this too often, other than in the movies that they're not doing anymore. So this is really neat. Okay, I need to figure out how to fold that again. Moving on, we have the Weekly Fusion, film reviews for the movie Professional, and Yahoo Entertainment. Ah! Okay, there's the rubber band rotted around it. Okay, each page is like a cardboard material, which is a little weird, but wow, look at the text. Melody, production assistant. Okay, Barbie's the producer, Ken is the art director, and Simone is the makeup artist and stylist. Who are the actors? Because it implied Barbie was the actor. It said she stuns on the silver screen. I don't know. Comedy, film rental. I wish it kind of brought up other Barbie characters for these other areas, like Midge or something. I guess it would be weird if they were all in this universe, but look how cute this is. This is such a fun detail. Or not in this universe, but in this like career path. I don't know. And then this is a pleather material that does peel, as you can see. So, not great. All right, y'all, we did it. We have reached the end. You guys, Timeless Silhouette Barbie was hiding behind the others, so she did not get covered yet. So, sorry. Final thoughts in a second. Let's look at Timeless Silhouette Barbie first. So, here she is, the full effect for outfit. We'll zoom all the way out so you can see it. It's so cool. It's really not what I would expect from, like, when I saw the packaging, I kind of had a certain, like, idea of what this doll would look like. And then when I peeked inside, I was like, oh! And that really intrigued me. So she's really, really cool. And she's another one that has a face that looks very different from, like, others of this time. Again, it's the same screening style, the same sculpt, but it's just something about the makeup, especially the lip color. And I think she might have, like, green eyes. just really stands out. Very, very pretty. And she has the like very platinum blonde hair, but look how cool. They took pieces and like made an X with them, like crossed them around each other and then pulled them into the ponytail. So I'm gonna have to be so careful to restyle this because the rubber band has broken in order to keep it exactly as it was. And then she has a little black bow in the back. So cute. So cute. And I love the way it like pops up. It's a high ponytail. So pretty. And I love this golden shimmer on her lip too. She has a little pearl necklace. It is for some reason taped into place. They were weird with the tape at one point. But yeah, I love when they have jewelry. I feel like that's one of the biggest things with collector dolls that's missing now is that they just forget jewelry or they are cost cutting and remove it. I wish it would stay. Anyways, now we have, I don't know why the focus wants to focus so hard on the background elements. That doesn't normally happen to me. I don't know. Maybe it's that I changed the lighting up a little. She has this really interesting little sash thing that is just 2 pieces of tulle sewn together kind of messily. So it's a black and a pink, but that's so cute. It creates an asymmetry to the outfit that's pretty symmetrical. That's like fun. It's really fun. The top of her dress is this black crushed velvet material with a satin ribbon with a cute little bow tied on it. And then around the waist, it is pleated. And again, there is actually a structure to this one, but it's just a little piece of like really cheap netting. Not cheap bad, but like the cheap, very plasticky style netting. I wish there was more to it because it doesn't hold the exact shape that I think it should, but that is really cool that she actually has netting because as you have seen throughout this video, or a crinoline or just something to hold the structure, it's very unusual. So she does have her little name on her stand, which is so cute. And then Timeless Silhouette. I think there's 5 different silhouettes on the dress. So going from this ponytail to this ponytail, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it repeats. And yeah, it's just different little silhouettes. Some of them are pretty similar to each other, but overall, like these two are very close. But overall, this is so cool. Very squished in the back, unfortunately. You can also see that the satin material they used here is a little bit see-through, but I love that they have that little tag. Why is this all bunched up in the back here? Yeah, just packaging woes, but we'll steam this and get it figured out. I say that. I don't own a steamer. I usually like literally use steam, and it's vaguely effective. I mean, I own an iron that can steam, but I don't have like an actual handheld steamer. And then the one thing that I think is weird is that she has these white gloves when there's white nowhere else on the outfit except I guess her earrings and her necklace. I think those should have been black or pink. Black would have worked, I think, because there's no black at this part of the skirt. So I don't really know why they did white. But yeah, very simple doll. Just one of those dolls that's like, oh, we came up with a fun dress design. Let's do it. But I love it. Oh, also she's not wearing her shoes, but this is what they look like. They just fell right off. So I don't want to bother putting them back on. And then she also comes with the good brush. Okay, now it's time for final thoughts. Okay, we have unboxed a lot of like different dolls across a range, but all from the same set of years. And I love how distinct they are. Like there's several different vibes here. There's very like mean, sultry looking ones. There's very like sweet ones like this one. There's pop culture reference ones. There's, I mean, this is something that was going on at the time as well. That's not a collector doll, but still just so many distinct looks. And again, this is over the course of, I believe, 3 years, maybe 4 years. And I love it. I mean, this is the standout. This is one of my like new favorite Barbies. I'm absolutely obsessed with her. I like her more than I thought I was going to when I bought her. Because again, I knew about the Simone doll. I've just kind of seen her, but I didn't know what her deal was. So now that I have one of them and understand what the theme was, I'm absolutely in love, especially with the Yahoo promotion. That's just so funny. I remember my mom you could have like a little Yahoo. It was basically like your doll, like your avatar. You could dress it up. And my mom would let me dress hers up and it was so fun. Oh, so fun. So cute. And yeah, this doll's gimmick, amazing. Oh my God, that was so fun. That's such a good idea and it works so well. Super cute. These I'm just so hyped about. And yeah, just unique designs that are going to look so cool on display. And I've been fighting with myself trying to decide if I want to unbox this one for years. And ultimately I was like, you know what? Because she wasn't unboxed, she was literally sitting in the box to doll closet. I have a closet for dolls specifically that I'm trying to keep perfect in their box if I don't have room on display. So she was just in there not being appreciated. So I was like, clearly she'll be appreciated more if I unbox her. So let's unbox her. And then, gosh, these are just so cool. And just, I can't believe this is just over the course of a few years. I feel like we don't get variation like this at the collector level anymore. And it's a shame. It's a shame. And I don't even mean like collector level as in like you have to buy from Mattel Creations or like in this doll's case, like maybe order in a catalog or get at specialty retailers. I mean, like, dolls labeled collector, because like some of these are like, you could get them at Toys R Us, you know? Sad. I hope that we can get back to this someday. These are amazing. These are amazing, amazing dolls. And yeah, I would love to know if you had any of these, or you have any of these, or which ones are your favorite. And this is your sign to, instead of like specifically being like, oh, I really, really want this specific doll, that's the one I'm going to seek out on eBay and pay whatever she goes for on eBay. Maybe think about just like going to your local antique malls and vintage toy stores and things like that and see what dolls just speak to you, because I love doing that. None of these dolls were, I mean, some of them were like, I knew I wanted this doll. I knew about these dolls and really want to complete the set, but all of the rest of these dolls were just random ones I stumbled upon, and they're all going to be fantastic additions to my collection. And I just love having a doll like speak to me. Like, I go to the store, I find one that I didn't know about, like, or I find them in like a cool lot online. I had never seen this collection before when I found her, so I thought she was the coolest doll. And then I found out about the moon ones, so sorry, girly. Like, I'd never seen this collection before, and she's just a random one I found. And you'd be surprised how affordable and how common Barbie dolls, specifically from this era, are secondhand. So I encourage you to just go out into the world and kind of seek them out. But if there's one that you just are in love with and want to specifically have soon, a lot of these are surprisingly cheap. These can get a little expensive, so just watch for a good deal. But like, this doll, super, super cheap online. I don't know about this one. All of these dolls are like relatively affordable online too, because they're just over collected. They're absolutely everywhere. And yeah, let me know if you'd like to see more videos like this. I held off on, I was gonna do some 90s dolls in this because they're late 90s, it's close enough, but I decided to hold off. So if you'd like to see more videos like this one where we bulk unbox a bunch of different dolls, let me know. I had a lot of fun with this one. It was a little bit of a different format, but I hope you enjoyed it anyway. And that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching for all this time. Bye!